on go live button. Alright. Oh my god. YouTube's stream is so weird. Sometimes it just like doesn't load and you have to do all these weird things to get YouTube Studio to launch. It's so much more like convoluted than the old version. But I digress. Okay, welcome back. It's the Neotoy Story Show. Wednesday. Second Life Explorations. You know the drill. Let's see. Oh yeah. A little like new news tidbit here. So for those of you who caught my last stream, I was working on this lantern, and this was as far as I got. Mainly because I started to, after I finished sort of the base model and got it looking how I wanted, I started exploring what for me is sort of the next, but not probably the final frontier of modern 3D modeling pipeline, which is like materials and shaders. So I watched a few tutorial videos and I like taught myself how to do like a basic material and shader and stuff. So yeah, just having fun with this. I thought you guys might, some of you who watched the other stream might like to see how far I've gotten so far. Next step will be to probably do like the basalt and stuff like that on there, which God only knows how long that's gonna take me. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the results so far. And then after that, one day I'm gonna try to teach myself like rigging and yeah, all that stuff. So anyway, just a fun little continuity thing I thought you guys might like. So this is later than I usually stream, so potentially some of the people who don't normally get to participate might be able to catch the stream. If so, welcome back. And for any new people, welcome. Just gonna be exploring the Second Life mega gigantic grid, scrolling around through these like thousands of sims, trying to pick a random sim that pops out at me. And of course I have a criteria for sort of what I am looking for, like certain sims that I won't visit based on various visual or thematic attributes. But I don't know, I'm kind of I'm more relaxed than I used to be, and sometimes I will just try a sim that I know isn't gonna probably pan out. Center for Independent Living, Home Independence. This. Alright, I'm very sorry for that. Like, I have no idea what just happened. Like, everything failed. I'm pretty sure what happened was the YouTube Studio app crashed, and that basically caused everything else to fail in a cascade. I don't know what the deal was with Firestorm though. That was a completely unrelated thing. Okay. Sorry. That was horrible. Technical difficulties. This is what happens during a live broadcast occasionally. Live from New York. It's Saturday night. I don't even remember the name of that sim. Let me see. I'm gonna pop out the chat really quick. Do you guys remember what the name of that random sim was that I located? I can't for the life of me remember what it was called. Oh well, it hardly matters. Wow, Magical River? Cyberpunk Chicago 2089? Interesting. I don't think I've been here before. The Glass Age? I wonder if that's related to like Neil Stephenson or Jared Diamond or something. I don't know. I've seen so many cyberpunk sims lately. Maybe some other time. Serenity Lost. Okay, this sounds kind of cool. I like that it has no extended information. Okay, no access. No bueno. Oh my god. Seriously. I'm gonna tell you guys a horrible story while I'm looking for a sim. So I went outside to dump the trash, and I live in an apartment complex, and outside we have a dumpster and a recycle bin, like a 3 yard capacity, like side by side. And oh my god, I don't know what the deal is with the wackadoos that live in this apartment complex, but some motherfucker had taken a giant bag of garbage and shoved it inside the overly full recycle bin, and like ravens had come along, and like peaceful dreams, this is exactly what I need right now. Ravens had come along and ripped open the trash bag, and like all this garbage had just like spilled out onto the ground. And I was like, okay, I've seen this before, sort of. Like in the past, whenever I've seen this, what's been the case is that the dumpster, the trash dumpster, is totally full of trash. Let me paste the SL URL in here before I forget. And so, like, people are assholes, and like they're like, okay, there's no room in the dumpster, I'm just gonna dump my shit right into the recycle bin, even though that makes no sense at all. And literally Waste Management has like mentioned on several occasions that what they do when this happens is they just, oh come on, they just throw out all of the recycling because it's ruined, and they can't like sell it or clean it or process it. So it's just like, it's really sad when you think about it. Even though recycling is just a business, it's not like they're doing it to be ecologically friendly. In fact, it's basically a myth in the first place that recycling actually happens to the degree that the general population thinks it does. But I don't know, that's neither here nor there. It's like, honestly though, if you're dumping your trash into the recycle bin, there's something seriously wrong with your head. And so anyway, I go over to the dumpster, and I lift up the dumpster lid, expecting to see it totally full. Oh, is this an Animesh? This is amazing. What the hell am I looking at here? I think it's an Animesh. Let's see if it says. No, it just says the name. That particular movement, that like ghosting of the poly model, I think that kind of like. Alright, let's see if I can ride this horse. Come on, ride it. Huh, it won't let me ride it? Or do I have to use the AO? Let's see if I can reward it. Huh, maybe I have to be like owning it or something, I don't know. Yeah, that horse clearly did not like my advances. Just gonna give it a big slap on the ass as I leave. So yeah, anyway, the dumpster, to make a long story short, whoa, that's cool, was not even a third of the way full. So like, in addition to being the hugest, laziest asshole in the whole world, whoever threw that in there didn't even bother to check the actual dumpster to see if there was room. They just were like, fuck it, I'm gonna put my trash right into the recycle bin, because it's like closer to the apartment. Ugh, oh my god, there needs to be like, I mean, I am certainly the last person in the world to advocate like surveillance, a surveillance society, but I honestly feel like there should be trained drones, anti-personnel drones with like little decapitating saw blades, or megawatt lasers that fly around and make sure people don't do shit like that. And if they see somebody dumping their trash into the recycle bin, it's curtains. Curtains for that person. Unforgivable. It's a capital offense. This sim, so it's kind of cool. I mean, it's just my only like observation really is that there's very little here. It's like clearly still under development. The horse paddock or whatever these are called is really cool because I think this is the first time that anyone has seen in one of my videos at least how realistic the horses can be in Second Life, and this would probably blow a lot of people's minds because they're used to like the old generation of horses or animated animals in Second Life, which relied on a lot of cheap tricks and hacks to kind of make them appear somewhat realistic. As you can see, these are, I'd say, more or less competitive with any other like video game horse. I mean, admittedly the graphics are just a little bit less than like AAA, but in general I'd say it's an excellent facsimile, great attention to detail, etc. So, oh, here's one with the saddle. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, that's neat. It's like tied up there. Okay, so this sim was kind of boring. No offense, just low content. Peaceful dreams. Wow, what's this? Unforgiven. Okay, sign me up. Paradise City? Huh. Don't tell me I've already been here. It's funny how many sims start out like in a train station. Like urban sims. Or a subway station. Like this is so like... Yeah. I've seen this a few times. This is pretty cool though. And this looks like it's been around for a long time if they actually have a... like a topological map. Touch a push pin for directions. I see no push pins, so maybe they haven't loaded yet. But anyway, like you don't need push pins. It's kind of cool. You can see every aspect of the city. Where am I now? I'm on the subway somewhere. Here's the train track. I don't really know. 10th anniversary. Wow, this place has been around since 2010. That's quite an accomplishment in Second Life, so well done, Paradise City. This is cool because I feel like this is maybe a more like gritty, realistic, user-driven version of kind of like Bay City, which is a more official Linden kind of version. Oh, here we go. The tax finally loaded. Police department. I don't know. It's got the slums. It's got the urban center. It's got the like forested area. That's pretty cool. I'm like very, very psyched to explore this city. And I'm a big fan of any kind of automated tour system in Second Life because really they're like custom made for Neotoy story as a intrepid explorer. Unfortunately, like the subway train doesn't actually seem to move under its own power. So, oh yeah, SLURL for anybody who's interested. And let's follow the arrows. Follow the yellow arrow road. So far, I'd rate the overall build quality just from like the most cursory examination, like medium. Like the texturing job isn't like bad, but it's not good either. What? I'm running a script. Oh, that must be my. That's cool that it does an assessment and actually like analyzes your avatar's load on before you enter the city. That's really smart. I would assume that it would kick people out who are voice is disabled. It probably kicks people out or bars them from entry if they have a count that's too high, like a resource use count. Wow, that's a strikingly more realistic door given the backdrops. Ugh, a door into a wall. Classic. Alright, it's time for Neotoy's story to get his who on. The show has begun. Where's the audience? Where's my fans? Alright, let's go upstairs. I'm not expecting much from this structure just because usually the upper floors are empty in buildings in Second Life, but they turned off flying too. Yeah, totally empty. I just completely wasted all my time coming up here. But at least there was a shortcut to the ground. Yeah, so you may have noticed I'm a little more high energy than usual. I've been experiencing like unbelievably tremendous amounts of stress at work lately. And I think it's actually been so extreme, like the tension every single day, that I've been having like almost like a gland malfunction, like an adrenal gland malfunction where I'm like thrown into random states of mania. It's been pretty intense, so I apologize if I'm like just full on big dick energy right now, but it's an occupational hazard to say the least. Alright, let's close those blinds. Don't want to see what's going on in that empty room. I almost fell down those stairs. I'm hearing all sorts of weird, like, ambient sounds. I'm tempted, actually, yeah, I'm gonna, since flying's turned off, I'm gonna crank up the ambient sounds. Because I feel like there's a lot of really interesting sounds. A little music, probably gonna get a copyright complaint. Oh well, that's how the cookie crumbles. This is a nice telephone pole. It's a little low poly, but like great job on all the details. Wonder who made this. Kazaa, full electric pole with reactor. It's not a reactor, it's a transformer, but sure. I don't know, maybe it is a reactor. Real estate and home loans, huh? Just the Bank of Paradise City. Uh-oh, I just fell down a manhole. Oh my god. Well, that's cool. Okay, that's a first. Let me get rid of this annoying direction marker. Oh no, I fell into the sex dungeon. Typical Neotoy story. Treachery lurks around every street corner. Oh my god. Why do I always find these places? It's like if I'm not falling into water, I'm falling into a sex dungeon. Cool sound effects. Looks cozy. No, what's the point of having a cage in the same room as a bunch of jail cells? Like, isn't that redundant? Or like, could you like put the cage in a cell and then a person could be like doubly imprisoned? Would that double the eroticism? Okay, I don't know. Like, well, part of me wants to go upstairs, part of me just wants to go down. Down, 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 deeper into the dark, sultry, abyss of depravity. Okay. Optional close message. Uh-oh, they forgot to finish their, or fill in their script there. Okay, so I'm knee deep in the sewer at this point. cool sound effects. Very ambient and atmospheric. I wish the fog would res, thank God. I was really like waiting for that fog because it was, the pixelatedness was breaking the immersion. Alright, here he goes into the darkness. Oh, whoa, there's a canoe down here. Haha. That's a really cool effect. I know it's just alpha layers, but like, isn't that cool? It goes from complete darkness, you can't see anything, like this great fade effect. That it's so low tech, but it's so like elegant and effective too. I don't want to ride that canoe though. Wow, I am really like plumbing the depths here of this dungeon. Like, what is even going on? It's just like a room full of trash. This is like a rave space. Like, Neotoy missed the rave, though, unfortunately. He always misses the raves. He never misses the ecstasy, but he always misses the raves. It's just like the, chill, Raven chill spot. Alright, what do we have here? Okay, fine, I'm gonna go upstairs. Had enough depravity and raw sewage swirling around my ankles. Wow, what is with these floors? God, there are holes everywhere. This place is so dangerous. I'm gonna call OSHA on these people. Well, I got to admit, for being like a more or less incredibly minimally furnished sewer slash dungeon or whatever, it's uh-oh. Come on now. Let me out. Thank God. It was a trap door, but it like didn't let me pass through until I clicked on it. Wow, this place is, there are doors everywhere. This is cool. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We have exactly what I was talking about. A recycle bin full of trash. Actually, that might be a green bin. No, it's an actual trash can. Never mind. Alright, the execution drones will not be committing murder today. Curbside garbage can is giving you a garbage bag. No thank you. I do not need a garbage bag in my inventory. Especially after having horrible PTSD from seeing that completely defiled recycle bin today. I am never gonna be able to unsee that. I mean, there were banana peels like in a 6-foot radius. Thank you, Windows Defender. It's so nice to know that I'm completely not being protected by Microsoft in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so this is like Ben Franklin's office or something. Cool, cool, cool. God, I feel like I'm just scratching the surface of this sim. It's just huge. I don't think I'm gonna go into any more buildings after I leave this one, just because they're all like incredibly sparsely furnished. I think it will be much more interesting if I just explore outside. Okay. Alright, gonna go this way. Wow, that's a really high overpass with absolutely no structural supports whatsoever. And yet it's been up in the air for 10 years. That's an impressive track record. But holy crap, what do we have here? Like a machine shop? Okay, cool, cool. Illegal porn rental. Illegal porn? Which part is illegal? Is renting the porn illegal, or is it illegal porn? Because if it's illegal porn, Neotoy Story does not want any of that. He prefers his porn legal. Fully 100% legal. Oh, this is like the security room or the DJ station or something. Oh, this is like a radio broadcast thing. I said I wasn't going to go into any more buildings, and that was like the first thing I did 5 seconds later. Well, that's curious. This is very like dystopic, like this reminds me of that like container ship settlement from Ready Player One. Just using the camera to navigate in here really quickly to see like if I want to move in, you know. Like if there isn't a filthy mattress and a crack pipe, I'm not interested. That's actually a really cool conceptual build though. Just I love the way they created like all this infrastructure for the derelict Winnebagos, like they're like bolted down and affixed to the catwalks and stuff. That's kind of cool. Whoa. Oh yeah, this is very much like Ready Player One with the vertical sort of orientation. I think I might need to crank down my draw distance. That's a cool mailbox, although the textures are slow to res. My 3D modeling instincts give me advanced, oh wow, that's cool. Advanced notice for whether or not an asset is high or low quality. Just at a glance, I can tell before it even reses, before the textures even stream into the model. That's a really cool shopping cart build. I'm glad I came into the slum area first, because I feel like, I mean honestly, I've always been mildly annoyed at how popular grunge culture was in Second Life. I mean, it became so yeah, Death Row Designs, of course. It became so popular to a point that it was actually a little annoying. Like, everybody was rocking the grunge style, and just, it was all about the grunge. I wonder how many of these are Death Row Designs. Probably, I'm guessing, like a pretty high percentage. I don't know, that's a Precious Restless. Cool. Huh. And there's a wind chime. Oh, that's a really cool wind chime. It's like a hobo wind chime with all these, like, random artifacts. This is awesome. Angharad Gragon Junk Wind Chime. Nice. That is really cool. I actually kind of want one of those. Yeah, so like grunge and dilapidation and all that stuff became super popular in Second Life, which I have mixed feelings about in a more broad philosophical sense, because it's like, on one hand, you're like increasing visibility for people who may not live like a privileged lifestyle, so in that sense, I think it's a beneficial and beautiful thing. On the other hand, it's like you're trivializing poverty and you're making it like trendy, like, oh, it's so cool to be poor and have a, you know, like a meth lab for your baby's bedroom or whatever. It's like, no, it's kind of horrible, and if you've ever really been economically disadvantaged, like something like having access to a laundry, like a washing machine or something like that is like a big deal and a wonderful thing. And like I said, it's just, it's kind of it's a sensitive issue, I think, for a lot of people, and definitely for me. But on the other hand, as a 3D artist, I like have a shit ton of respect for anyone who can create grunge assets, because you're not making pretty, perfect things. You're you're operating on a level of realism that is like fully fourth dimensional, and the fact that it takes entropy and decay and all that into account. And I don't know, there's something really cool about that, and it definitely takes more effort to make something worn down versus pristine and like perfectly shaped. I think a good example of how this was used most effectively was like the original Star Wars trilogy. Like I watched this one review, or not review, but documentary, and they had some of the original like scene artists and stuff and set designers who were talking about their strategy for like what how they were trying to create this ultra realistic aesthetic. And they were like yeah, we made sure that like we would make a model, we would make it perfect, and it would just be clean and beautiful, and then we would like rub it with dirt, and we would burn it with a torch, and we would like scratch it with razors, and like they did all these things to create just a little bit loud, to create like weatherization on the object. Oh my god, here's the drone. Like, how meta is this? Here's the drone that will enforce my draconian trash rules. Anybody caught putting trash into the recycling bin will be mercilessly perforated until they look like Swiss cheese by this totally unbelievable and completely impossible quadcopter that has a minigun on the bottom. That is so cool. That's literally the exact drone that I was visualizing when I was thinking about that trash. It's like Second Life can read my mind. I'm not even joking. So here's the bowling alley. That's pretty cool. Normally if I wasn't streaming I would give that a try, but I really just want to keep exploring. I don't want to get sucked into any one attraction. So yeah, like one of the reasons the original Star Wars trilogy was such a phenomenon was because of all those artists and set designers who were like, or like the modelers who were like building these little spaceship models and then doing all this stuff to like grinding dirt and gravel and stuff into them, and charcoal, trying to make it look real, like it had actually been in combat, you know, like, or like it was 100 years old, because like the Millennium Falcon or whatever, for example, was like a pretty old starship, although they kind of like changed the canon a little when they released the last 3 movies. Yeah, all the time and effort that it takes to synthesize age and use on an object is takes a lot of work if you're a 3D modeler. I mean, not as much as it used to, honestly, because there's so much procedural like plugins and shaders and stuff that will automatically like simulate weatherization or wear and tear, and there's even like all these physical deformers now that will like actually change the topology to simulate wear, like chipping away, or simulating chipping or cratering or damage and all that stuff. I mean, that's been around for a long time, but it's a lot more plug and play and turnkey than it used to be. Wow, that's a beautiful lamppost. And that's all just a bake. Oh wow, that's amazing work. This level of artistry reminds me a little of two of my favorite games of all time, Dishonored and Dishonored 2, which I've told my friends countless times is like playing a painting. It's literally like playing a painting. The artists, the 3D artists who did that game, some of the finest work of all time that I've ever seen, not just in terms of sex shop owner, huh? Cool, I'm gonna copy their marketplace because I want one of these lampposts. This is like one of the nicest lampposts I've ever seen. If anybody else is interested in the marketplace, actually I'm not even sure it's the same person who made the made this particular item after I briefly just glanced at their marketplace shop. Sometimes people have in-world stores though where they sell things that aren't available on their marketplace shop. Pretty nice church. Huh. That's pretty awesome. Like 10 years. It's a long time. It's an eternity in Second Lifetime. Huh, somebody's actually renting that building. Oh, is this like a underground fallout shelter or something? Huh, the door is locked. I can tell that this city is full of secrets. It's like a, yeah, it literally is like a fallout shelter or something even more sinister. Sorry, I'm having trouble like getting the camera to lock onto something in the inside that room. There we go. That's gruesome. Ugh, I don't know why it keeps forcing the camera to zoom back. Ugh, this is one of my pet peeves of Second Life. Anyway, yeah, something dark and sinister down there. Neotoy's story isn't in the business of uncovering all the mysteries. Where he goes, he likes to leave a few for other people who are like him, a seeker. Just a random fan blowing on the toilets, like so you can stay cool while you're using the bathroom. Or how much is this to rent? 500 lindens a week, so like $2 a week. Huh. I guess that's reasonable. That one's only 400 a week. Industrial Boulevard. And I'm really excited to try the like Skyway up there. What do we have here? Back into the sewers. This is like the underground railroad. Oh god, seriously? That's where I started and it comes out here? That's cool. Frame rate's kind of lagging. There's obviously a lot of geometry and texture data in this city, as is true for any city. I don't think I've been in a single city in Second Life where it hasn't taken an eternity for everything to load. Okay, I feel like I'm going in circles, so I need to come up with a better navigation strategy here. I really wish flying was turned on. Although I can use the like teleport trick to get around if I need to. Actually, this will be kind of cool. I haven't taken a bird's eye view of the city yet. So there's the park area and the slums over here. This whole section is kind of the slums. Now I'm basically in the city proper. I don't know where all I've been. I know I started walking down that street over there. I really need to get on like a side street, but oh yeah, and then there's the this road way the heck up in outer space. God only knows where that goes. Could be like a whole nother city up there in the clouds or something. At this point, maybe going inside more buildings is all that's left for me to do, since I've explored a pretty significant portion of the city. That's pretty cool. It's like a motif. It's actually 3D. I thought it was just a normal map on a 2D texture, but it's cool. Going inside the castle tower. Oh wow, that's cool. After it, the texture loaded, it actually looked a lot cooler. Oh, we got a floater here, Jim. Oh, it's like a lamprey. That's so cool. You know, one of those fish that like sticks to the wall of the aquarium. It's a nice touch. I feel like more aquariums should have those, because you know, it's nice to have a balance of fish. Really nice neon sign, damn. Oh, what next? Oh, it's the second time in a week I've seen a what next item, and it had been so long. There's someone actually like RPing, just like chilling at their virtual computer, at home on their real computer, watching their avatar chill on a virtual computer in a virtual world. That's pretty neat. Not quite ready to go onto the roof. So let's see what else is in here. It's like a kitchenette. And just access. Hi, here's another occupied residence. Oh, that's cool. It's like a leather belt wrapped around a bunch of scrap wood pieces. I've seen this in real life, like on Pinterest. Strap stool. This is kind of like what I was talking about a while back, how people go online and they look at trendy furniture and stuff, and then they model it in the virtual world. I really wish the textures would res, because I feel like it looks like a pretty nice piece of work. Like all the topology and stuff is pretty solid. It's like a combat medic. It's got like 2 Glocks and a stethoscope. I mean, do you get revived before or after she shoots you? She's got the full RP, like HUD going on. Oh, the classic electric chair. Whoa. Some cool graffiti. Why does it feel like night today? Something in here's not right today. I'm like a time bomb ticking in your head. Paranoia clouding your judgment. Blah blah blah. Naked woman. It's a cool visual effect. Wow, it's a really long fire escape. Wow. That'd be cool if you could climb all the way up there. I think, let's see now, I've experienced one ladder and one rope that I could actually use in Second Life, like you could in a normal video game. This looks cozy up here. I would totally like be spinning around in one of those inner tubes in that rooftop pool if I was here in real life. Alright, what else? Alright, back to the ground. Like a scrub. Alright, pretty checked out the bank. Oh no, I fell down the same hole. Unacceptable. Okay. It's time to make all my dreams come true. There we go. In Second Life. You can. Alright, what else is worth exploring here? Gotta get his RDA of water. Alright, let's check out this adjacent. Wow, that is a really short bed. It's either the kids' room or... proportion seems slightly off in here. Oh, great. I clicked on the fridge and it had like a sit script. Well, actually, that's convenient. What am I saying? I'm just gonna like be able to walk around now as soon as I actually get off the fridge. There we go. Alright, what should I do? Turn on the taps. Neotoy Story has a system, you know. He comes in, he finds the most expensive alcohol and Cuban cigar, and he takes those first. Then he checks the fridge and makes sure there's no like chocolate cake or anything in there that might help him help him address his sugar craving. Those are kind of cool. That's a nice piece of work. It's just that one cabinet door. Like the whole thing. And just that one drawer opens. I don't know why I always click on the doors and then wait 5 seconds before I try to walk through. It's really not a winning strategy. Oh, here we go, the toilet test. Is everybody ready? You guys know how the toilet test works, right? So I find a virtual toilet in Second Life, and I click on the lid, and if the lid goes up, it's good. Then I click on the seat, and if the seat goes up, it's like it passes the test, but in this case it didn't. And then last but not least, if you click on the flusher, you get extra points if it flushes. So there we go. That was like a 2 out of 3 right there. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Alright, and now I'm like stuck in here. How do I get out of it? Where's like the elevator? Oh, thank God. Let's see, can I go up? Is there more up? No, okay, so I'm at the top basically. Let's see if the elevator works. There better be an elevator coming. I'm gonna be really pissed off if it's just like a button that lights up. I'm trying to see inside the see if there's an actual... Oh my god, here comes an elevator. Oh my god, here it is. Is it gonna ding? Is it gonna ding? I'm gonna be really excited if it dings. Okay, I'm waiting. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow, even like, that was like, not only authentic, but, I learned something cool about elevators, where basically if they, let's see, should I go to the first floor? Let's try the first. This is a great elevator. Yeah, so like, elevators ding twice for people who are hard of hearing. Oh, this is the most realistic elevator I've ever been in Second Life. I've been in several, but this is like, it's even got a floor counter on the... It's so cool. Oh my god, I can't even imagine what a nightmare it would have been to script this thing. So yeah, the elevator dings once when you reach the bottom, and when it reaches the top, it dings twice. I can't remember why that is. There's actually a specific like reason for it, but it has something to do with like accessibility and people who have like vision problems and stuff. But anyway, it's so cool that they actually like went to that much trouble to encode it to have authentic operation. So here's the first floor, which looks really weird. What is this? It's like, oh, it's like a, it looks like a train track, like a subway track. Maybe it's just a recycled asset or something. Alright, let's see what the next floor is like. So residential. Looks like a carbon copy of the other room I was in, or the top floor that was actually inhabited, like the penthouse. And same thing. That's funny. It's a whole skyscraper, but it's literally only the penthouse that is occupied. Well, it's not a skyscraper. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors. Yeah, look, it's 56. Okay, let's find another building like that to explore. Actually, maybe there's only a couple. My hour is almost up, so I'm gonna be closing this stream down in a few minutes. But yeah, this has been fun. I would highly recommend going to Paradise City and checking it out. I mean, I've enjoyed the experience. I will say, really be careful when you're walking around, because there are like open manholes and dirty needles and sex dungeons. Oh wow, this looks very appetizing. I'm gonna walk right over here with my avatar so I can get the, hopefully all the textures will stream in. This looks like a good way to close out the stream, because I'm actually like super hungry right now. I didn't eat a lot today. Looks like some kind of mushroom soup. I don't know, I have no idea what that is. I really like these little like mini televisions. It's a little overused in the sense that it's in every stall, but I think if you were like selling these individually on the marketplace. Oh, what is this called? Takoyaki or yakisoba? I can't remember. I got all my Japanese specialty food items mixed up. Oh wait, this isn't, that's like Chinese, isn't it? It looks like Chinese to me. Oh, we got bao, like pork buns. What else do they call these? There's some other word for these. Dumplings, right. Did I forget that? It's like a staple in every kung fu movie. Period kung fu movies always have like whenever the guards are like guarding a compound or whatever, they are always passing around one of those bamboo baskets full of pork buns to snack on while they're having their long, watchful nights of keeping ninjas and whatnot away from the aristocracy. Oh yeah, okay. 59 minutes. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of Neotoy Story Explores Second Life. The SL URLs are down in the chat, so feel free to check these places out for yourself. There's obviously a lot more to see here. I really think I barely scratched the surface, even though I did a pretty comprehensive tour of just like the absolute minimal sort of overview of the place. But anyway, yeah. So thanks for watching, and great spirit willing, I will see you next week. Neotoy out.